Hello, my name is Oscar Teacher. Welcome to the Daegu Global Education Center's online lesson. Today, I will teach you how to play American football. For this lesson, you need a pen or a pencil. You also need the worksheet for this lesson. I am from the UK. What do you think the most popular sport in the UK is? Which sport do people in the UK most like to watch? It's soccer. But although I am from the UK, my favourite sport is the most popular sport in the USA. What do you think the most popular sport in the USA is? Which sport do people in the USA most like to watch? It's American football. 41% of American adults polled by Gallup said that American football is their favourite sport. In today's lesson, you will learn about American football. You will learn how points are scored in American football, the roles of different players within an American football squad or team, and what to do in real game situations. But what do we do before we play sports? We warm up. So, let's see how well you know your sports. What sport is the most popular sport in New Zealand? You have 20 seconds to guess the answer. It's rugby. Now, what sport is the most popular sport in India? You have 20 seconds to guess the answer. It's cricket. What sport is the most popular sport in Canada? You have 20 seconds to guess the answer. It's ice hockey. Now, what sport is the most popular sport in South Korea? You have 20 seconds to guess the answer. It's baseball. Last question. What sport is the most popular sport in the Philippines? You have 20 seconds to guess the answer. It's basketball. One more question. Do you remember what the most popular sport in the USA is? That's right, it's American football. Well remembered. American football is a full contact ball game. In American football, two teams compete against each other. Each team has 3 different units: offense, defense, and special teams. In American football, you need to score points to win. Whichever team scores the most points after 60 minutes of game time wins. But how do you score points? Section 1. How do you score points in American football? This is an American football field. It is 100 yards long with 2 10-yard long end zones at each end of the field. Each team has 1 end zone. There are also goalposts at each end of the field. How long is a yard? A yard is 0.9144 meters. Including the end zones, an American football field is approximately 110 meters long. There are 5 ways to score points in American football. Let's look at them. First, we have a touchdown. A touchdown is worth 6 points. In American football, each team has 1 end zone each. To score a touchdown, one team must move the ball into the other team's end zone. If any part of the ball crosses the goal line, this is a touchdown. It is worth 6 points. This is the main aim of the offense. But if the defense gets the ball, they can also score a touchdown. Next, let's look at the PAT. After scoring a touchdown, the scoring team can choose to try to kick the ball through the other team's goalposts. The play starts 2 yards from the opponent's goal line. This is called a PAT, or point after touchdown. It is worth 1 point. Scoring PATs is the role of special teams. Now, let's look at the 2-point conversion. This is also a way of scoring more points after scoring a touchdown. If one team wants to score 2 points instead of 1 point, they can choose to try and score a 2-point conversion. Obviously, this is worth 2 points. The offense scores 2-point conversions. The offense starts 2 yards away from the defense's goal line. Now, let's look at the field goal. Sometimes a team will decide to kick the ball through the other team's goalposts. This can be done from anywhere on the field. This is a field goal. A field goal is worth 3 points. Scoring field goals is the role of special teams. If the team is confident they will score the field goal, they can choose to kick the ball from anywhere on the field. The longest field goal in NFL history was kicked by Justin Tucker of the Baltimore Ravens in 2021. He kicked the ball 66 yards. Imagine kicking a ball 66 yards. Finally, let's look at the safety. The safety is when one team's defense stops the other team's offensive player with the ball in the other team's end zone. This is called a safety. A safety is worth 2 points. As mentioned before, the defense scores safeties. Offenses need to be careful when playing near their own end zone. Now, look at section 1 of your worksheets. Look at the pictures. What does each picture show? Fill in the blanks under each picture. You have 5 minutes. If you're not sure, watch the previous section of this video again. Now, let's get started. Now, let's look at the answers. Great job! You now know the different ways of scoring points in American football. However, before we score points, we need to know how to move the ball to the other team's goal line or into the other team's end zone. To understand that, we need to understand the different positions on an American football team. Section 2. The roles of different players on an American football team. As I mentioned earlier, an American football team or an American football squad is broken down into 3 smaller units: offense, defense, and special teams. Let's discuss the basic aims of each team. The offense tries to move the ball towards the other team's goal line and score points. The defense tries to stop the offense and regain possession of the ball. Special teams are involved whenever a team chooses or is required to kick the ball, or when a change in possession is predicted. This could be in an offensive or defensive capacity. To keep possession of the ball, one team's offense must move the ball 10 yards in 4 attempts. These attempts are called downs. So here we are. First down and 10. The offense moved the ball 3 yards. It is now 2nd and 7. Look, the offense moved the ball another 4 yards. What down and yardage is it now? That's right, 3rd and 3. On 4th down, the offense can do a number of things. They can try and gain the remaining yards and continue moving the ball. But if they fail, they must leave the field, and the other team's offense takes the ball from where the offense finished. They can choose to have their special teams kick the ball to the other team, losing possession but pushing the other team's offense backwards. Finally, they can choose to have their special teams kick a field goal for 3 points if they are close enough to the other team's posts. Although an offense has 4 downs to move the ball 10 yards down the field, usually they aim to do it in 3. Now, there are 2 ways the offense can move the ball down the field: the pass or the rush. Let's look at the players on offense: quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, offensive lineman. First, let's look at the most important player in American football, the quarterback. On passing plays, the quarterback throws the ball to another player down the field to gain more yards. He can throw it to the receiver's tight end or running back. Usually, the player the quarterback throws the ball to is the receiver. On rushing plays, the quarterback will usually give the ball to the running back, but sometimes the quarterback will try to run down the field to gain more yards. Modern NFL quarterbacks run with the ball more than NFL quarterbacks in years past. Now, let's look at the running back. On passing plays, the running back will try to catch the ball or block the defender to protect the quarterback. On rushing plays, the running back will take the ball and run up the field to gain yards. The running back is the most important rushing option. Let's look at the receiver. On passing plays, the receiver will catch the ball thrown by the quarterback. On rushing plays, the receiver will block the defender to allow the running back, or sometimes the quarterback, to run. Just a quick note, whoever has the ball on a rushing play is called the ball carrier. This is the main role of the running back, but as we discussed, the quarterback can act as the ball carrier too. Let's look at our offensive lineman. On passing plays, the offensive lineman will block, protecting the quarterback from defenders whilst they pass the ball. On rushing plays, they will run block, pushing defenders downfield to create room for the ball carrier to run downfield. The tight end is an interesting position. On passing plays, the tight end usually acts as a receiver, catching the ball. On rushing plays, the tight end usually acts as an offensive lineman. They run block, pushing defenders downfield to create room for the ball carrier to run downfield. Although this is a simplified explanation, these are the main roles of each player on offense. Now, let's look at the roles of the players on defense. Defensive linemen, linebackers, defensive backs. The roles of these players will also be simplified. First, we will look at each player's role when they are defending the pass. And then we will look at each player's role when they are defending the rush. First, let's look at the defensive lineman. When defending the pass, defensive linemen will try to move past or push back the offensive line to tackle the quarterback. This stops the offense from passing the ball effectively. The defensive linemen on the outside of the line are usually dedicated pass rushers, players that specialize in attacking the quarterback whilst defending the pass. If they tackle the quarterback before the quarterback passes the ball, this is called a sack. When defending the rush, defensive linemen will try to move past or push back the offensive lineman to tackle the ball carrier. That is the running back or the quarterback, whoever has the ball. Now, let's look at the linebackers. When defending the pass, the linebacker will either try to move past the offensive line and tackle the quarterback, a blitz, or they will try to stop the running back, tight end, or sometimes the receiver from catching the ball. This is called coverage. When a defensive player is trying to stop an offensive player from catching the ball, it is called coverage. If the defender is able to remain close to the offensive player and stop them from catching the ball, the offensive player is covered. If the defensive player cannot do this, the offensive player is open. Now, when defending the rush, linebackers will try to tackle the ball carrier. Now, let's look at defensive backs. When defending the pass, defensive backs will try and cover offensive players and stop them from catching the ball. There are two types of defensive backs, cornerbacks and safeties. Cornerbacks usually play coverage on receivers, the fastest offensive players. Safeties are more likely to blitz, like linebackers. When defending the rush, defensive backs will try and tackle the ball carrier, but this is very much a secondary role for cornerbacks. The best cornerbacks are sometimes called shut-down cornerbacks because they are able to stop most, if not all, passes from reaching an offense's best receiver. We will only look at one player on special teams today, the kicker. The kicker's job is to score points. He kicks the field goals and extra points. To do this, he must kick the ball through the opposition's goalposts. In many ways, it is the most specialized position in American football. However, kickers will also have to tackle other players on special teams, especially if something goes wrong. Now that you know the roles of the players, please look at section 2 of your worksheet. Look at the sentences below. Using the missing words in the box, fill in the blanks. If you're confused, please watch section 2 of our video again. You have 7 minutes. Good luck. Now, let's look at the answers. Good job. That's a lot of information to remember. However, now that you know how to score points and how to move the ball downfield, you are ready for real game situations. Section 3. What to do in real game situations. For the remainder of the lesson, we will go through some situations you may encounter in a real American football game. You need to imagine that you are the different players on the field. I will ask you some questions. Use section 3 of your worksheet to answer these questions. First, we are the offense, and it is 1st and 10. It is first down and 10. We will start with some rushing offense, and the running back will be our ball carrier. What does the tight end do? Fill in the blanks. Choose A, B, C, or D. You have 30 seconds. The answer is B. Remember, on rushing plays, the tight end run blocks for the ball carrier. Wow, our running back gained 5 yards. It was 1st and 10, but what is it now? Circle the correct answer on your worksheet. You have 30 seconds. The answer is C. It is 2nd down and 5. Now, it is time for some passing offense. It's 2nd down and 5. Let's try and move 5 yards. What does the quarterback need to do? Circle the correct answer. You have 30 seconds. The answer is A. The quarterback needs to pass the ball on passing plays. Who should the quarterback pass to? Choose the correct answer. You have 30 seconds. The answer is B. Look, the quarterback passed the ball to the receiver. We gained 5 yards. Throughout the game, our offense has gained more yards and moved down the field. We are now near the defense's goal line. It's third down and goal, meaning we are less than 10 yards from the goal line. We want to score a touchdown and a PAT. How many points are a touchdown and a PAT worth? You have 30 seconds. The answer is D. Oh no, our receiver couldn't catch the ball. Our offense leaves the field and special teams will come on and try and score a field goal. Fill in the blanks. You have 30 seconds. Now, let's look at the answer. A kicker scores field goals. A field goal is worth 3 points. It's time for our defense to come onto the field. First, we will defend the run. What is the role of our linebacker? Fill in the blanks. You have 30 seconds. Let's look at the answer. The linebacker tackles the offense's ball carrier. Nice, our linebacker tackled the ball carrier. The offense gained no yards. It's 2nd and 10. Let's defend the pass. What should our defensive backs do? Circle the correct answer. You have 30 seconds. The answer is C. Defensive backs cover the receivers. Whilst the defensive backs were covering the receivers, our defensive linemen tackled the offense's quarterback in their end zone. This is a sack and a safety. How many points is a safety worth? You have 30 seconds. The answer is C. A safety is worth 2 points. American football is a complex sport. But now that you have a better understanding of ways to score and the roles of different positions, I hope you can enjoy the USA's favorite spectator sport in greater depth. Thank you for taking part in this class, and well done on all your hard work. Have a good day.